All right, we are moving on to 16.3, adding hours and minutes. Before we start the new section, I wanted to go over the workbook pages from yesterday. So this is page 149. So if you want to pause the video and pull out your workbook just to check your answers. So when you're doing this slide, what you can be thinking about is the 0 gets added on because we're multiplying by 60 instead of 6. So if you focus on the hundreds and tens place value and think about your multiplication facts, what times 6 gives you that, it should allow you to figure out the hours very quickly if you just kind of think about those facts. So if you're thinking about what times 6 gives you 18, that would tell us how many hours here. So that's 3 hours. Same thing here, we're just looking at the 36. What times 6 gives us 36? And that's 6 hours. What times 6 gives us 12? 2. What times 6 gives us 24? 4. What times 6 gives us 48? 8. Okay, now this one, don't get tricked. You're just still looking at the tens and hundreds here. So what times 6 gives you 30? And that is 5. And what times 6 gives us 42, which is 7. Now this bottom part, you had to express the time in hours and minutes. So Sally took 70 minutes to do her homework. How many hours and minutes are in 70 minutes? So they did that number bond for you, you're breaking it up. So they're separating the 10 minutes, which means you're pulling out that hour of 60 minutes. So basically what we just did right here is what you should be doing in your workbook. So remember, read it like it's almost a sentence. So 70 minutes equals 60 minutes plus 10 minutes, because 10 plus 60 gives us 70. And then finally, the minutes here changes to hours. So that's 1 hour and 10 minutes. All right, and then this is your workbook, page 150. So they drew the number bonds in there to support you. So you're thinking of how many minutes are left over. So for this one, they already broke up and pulled out that hour for you. And then you see that you have 10 minutes left. And now for 195. So this is where you're thinking about that list that we have of how many minutes are in all the different hours. So you can run through your facts of, okay, 1 hour, 60 minutes, 2 hours, 120, 8 hours is 180 minutes, and then continue from there. And remember, you can't go over this amount of minutes that you have. So we can pull out 180 minutes. And then when we're thinking about what we have left 15 minutes. And then that gives us our final answer. 180 minutes is 3 hours. And then we have those 15 minutes left. For 22, we're thinking of how many hours can we pull out here. So if you're running through your facts, think about what times 6 gets us closest to here without going over, okay? And that would be 7. 6 times 7 is 42, so that would be the 420 minutes, which is 7 hours. And then we have 10 minutes left over that didn't fit. So then that goes there. All right, for number 23, 290 minutes is what we're starting with. So think about your multiplication facts. So 1 hour is 60 minutes, 2 hours 120, 3 hours is 180, and 4 hours is 240. So that brings us as close as we can get without going over. Because then if it was 5, we'd be at 300, which is too much. So we have 240 minutes, which is 4 hours. And then when we think about how many minutes left, you're thinking 290 minus 240 to be left with 50 minutes. So So we're pretty close to being able to get to that next hour, but not close enough. Oops. And then for 24 and 25, we're able to pull out for 24, we had 375 minutes. We can pull out 360 minutes is the highest that we can go without going over. 360 minutes is 6 hours. And then once we do 375 minus 360, we're left with 15 minutes extra. So we will write that up at the top here. And for 25, we need to think how many minutes can we pull out that's equivalent to an hour. So we're going to pull out 240 minutes here. And again, think about your multiplication facts. We want to keep those fresh. So what times 6 gives us 24? That is 4, so there's 4 hours. And then, this is really sloppy. Let me fix that. So then 255 minus 240, we're left with an additional 15 minutes. So that is your final answer. So if you should go back and check your workbook and make sure you have all of that. And let me know if you have any questions. But we are going to move on to the next lesson, which is adding hours and minutes. So we've been working on converting those hours and minutes and back and forth to get to this point. So we're going to start getting to adding hours and minutes, and then our next step is to be subtracting hours and minutes. So again, like we always talk about, we're building each step of the way. So although it may seem crazy to just be converting these hours and minutes back and forth for no reason, it is for this stuff that we're looking at today. So adding time, we're going to start with no regrouping. So we're going to keep it simple to start like we typically do, and then we will get into the more difficult, challenging stuff in the next lesson. So today, Mr. Carlson works 2 hours, 15 minutes in the morning. He works 5 hours, 10 minutes in the afternoon. How long did he work? Okay, so when you see it in the book, they often show it going across like this. I would suggest writing it on top of each other, just like we typically do with addition and subtraction, and line up your hours and then line up your minutes. So they have us starting by adding our hours and then adding the minutes here. So if you have looked at the chart that I've uploaded yet for this unit, we're going to be doing the minutes first, actually, because once we get to regrouping, it saves you a step. So think of these in reverse for now. Okay, so this is going to be step 2. This will be step 1. So we're going to add our minutes first. So we're going to take those 15 minutes here and these 10 minutes here and add them to get 25 minutes. And then we are going to take our 2 hours afterwards and our 5 hours and add them together to get 7 hours, okay, to get the total. So starting off small. Now, again, like I was saying, this is showing it going across. I would like you to rewrite it so that way you are keeping everything lined up, because once we get to the next step, it's going to be very difficult doing it without it all lined up, okay? So I'm going to run you through our steps. And this is also on the chart, so you can always go back. So in order to keep everything tracked, what I like to first do is circle my hours. So by circling these, I make sure that they're standing out and I don't forget about them later on. Then I can add my minutes. 20 plus 15 gives us 35. And then don't forget to label. So you're keeping track of what unit it is, and then 3 hours plus 4 hours gives us those 7 hours. And then you have your final answer. So just adding 2 times today. So very simple. And for this today, if you have paper at home, it would be very helpful to be rewriting these problems up and down, or you can even use all of this bottom area to do all of your work. Okay, but take your time. These hours and minutes are here. You shouldn't really need them today, but they're there if you need them. So try and follow the steps that I was showing you. They are on slide 12, but this is more with regrouping, so we will be getting there. For Friday, we're just keeping it simple, okay? So take your time, raise your hand on this slide once you finish, and then you're doing your workbook, page 151, to practice adding time. So try and make sure that you are doing those minutes first, hours second, okay? Good luck.